They're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. A few minutes ago, the hometown Jets were introduced to this sellout crowd, and it's a roar that could be heard across the river in Manhattan. They're set to go as their Jets will match up with the Philadelphia Eagles. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. On first down, Hurts. Escaping the pressure right. He finds his man Johnson. And running with power here. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A big connection on that one. 35 yards.
Well, that's something that this defense is not going to be able to allow if they're going to have success here. They've got to be able to wrap up and get guys on the ground. They end up letting him get away, and it turns into a big play here early on. I can just see veteran observers of the game shaking their heads and talking about the dearth of tackling in the game today. That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23. This defense for the Jets, they were fantastic a week ago in that win over Houston.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Flushed out right. And he wisely will throw that one away. The Jets defense making things difficult there. Fourth down. Now to try the Eagle field goal, Jake Elliott. This is a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. The kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Here's Smith to return it. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
At their own 24-yard line.
Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35.
And Derrick Henry with the ball in his hands, what a sight to behold, because power and speed involved in every touch for him. Coming off another spectacular season with the Titans, it became the first since LaDainian Tomlinson in 2006 and 2007 to win 2 straight rushing titles, and he did it with style too. Just the 8th man to top 2,000 yards and the first since Adrian Peterson in 2012. He has his sights set on another 2,000-yard season.
To throw again on second down, Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Uzomah. The way in, touchdown, New York. Well, for a tight end, he can definitely motor it. He shows off the wheels there after the catch as he's able to shake free. extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. So the extra point good, and the roughing call going to move the ball out to the 50 for the kickoff.
And I think this is a good chance to pin them deep if you can land the kickoff inside the 5-yard line or so. Gain some field position for your defense.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone, and there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now left side on the swing pass, and he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
Well, I like the play design there. They occupied the defense downfield, everyone trying to account for someone. But unfortunately, they didn't account for the running back slipping out of the backfield, and he was absolutely unnoticed and wound up getting big yards on that play.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Play action. Here's Hurts. Johnson with a burst, a 1st down or more. And finally taken down at the 20-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
A quick throw into the hands of Rager. Touchdown, Eagles! Jalen Rager, his 4th touchdown on the year. And once again, the Eagles are back out in front. Elliott good with a PAT, and the lead is now 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last.
And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff to Henry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. Rolling to his right. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson, 38 yards. And the Jets have once again taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And, Charles, this is a crew. Rush coming, and he's taken down. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Hurts throw complete there to Johnson.
Complete to Colin Johnson. It's a gain of 13.
We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. And looks like they've got 6 DBs on the field here for a 3rd and 9. They go play action with Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's the Eagles' new punter for 2021, Aaron Sipos, to punt it away. As he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. That's taken on the 25. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
That's on the rookie first-round pick, Elijah Vera Tucker. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Wilson. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Darius Leonard able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a 2nd and very long. Again to Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Caught the defense off guard there a bit on 2nd and long, but now you still have to deal with 3rd and long.
Yeah, you do, but you feel pretty good about the last play, don't you? And maybe it gives you a little bit of confidence dialing up the next one, that maybe your team will believe in it when you send it in.
He's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a 1st down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary. And I give these officials a lot of credit. Such a tough and demanding job. You and I both know that. Yeah, they make the right call way more often than they get it wrong.
They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big...
Oh, what a juke into space. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
Looking for Watkins, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
They go play action now. Wilson. Oh, that's Smith. A nice catch. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
That is one heck of a catch right there. Got his eye on it the whole way and able to make the grab one-handed. Very nicely done, and for a nice chunk of yardage, too.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well-timed effort by Darius Slay. A sack on the corner blitz.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Touchdown, Jets. Corey Davis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jets find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it's 21-10. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now.
Hurts fumbles it. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. Taken in at the 3. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. They'll start with a give to Taylor. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
43 yards rushing for him now to this point. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Second and 2. Throwing is Hurts. They'll check this one down to Taylor. Dances by him. And he's got a first down as he's going to be taken down. But a very nice pickup there just in front of the 2-minute warning. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And he brings this one back. It's a pick-6 and a Jet touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. After right down the middle, and the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick-6, and now the kick is away. Take it in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And fresh off the pick six, they've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right? Yeah.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. They'll try the left side with Taylor. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Losing 4 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Taken in at the 22. Well, a solid punt, but also a nice return there of 14 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Taylor. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
On second and inches, Hurts escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Jalen Hurts, not a terribly big fella at 6'1", but his arms got plenty of life to it, and that was a thing of beauty there.
And as that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears weren't realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. Looking here for Smith downfield. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
42 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A handoff, running left, Henry. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Running left, it's Henry. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Now, first down run with Henry that time as he maneuvers forward for about 4 yards.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They'll try and run for it with Henry. A good run on 1st down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Henry again. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Derrick Henry with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point right down the middle. And they open the lead up now to 25. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They run with Taylor. Taylor's got the first down and more. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away incomplete. Now that'll bring up second down.
And when you've thrown as many interceptions as he has in this one, you definitely start getting a little hesitant to throw the ball out wide because that's prime pick-6 territory. That time, he made sure the only guy who was going to catch it was sitting in the third row.
Here's second and 10. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 107 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. From down at the 12, it's first and 10. The give to Taylor. A little juke. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a second and 1.
Brings up second and a yard.
On the handoff, this is Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Play number 9 set to come here on the drive on 3rd and 2. Hurts. Toward the pylon, caught. Touchdown. Jonathan Taylor hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles get a score closer. Elliott on for the extra point. And that'll cut the lead down now to 18.
Makes the score Jets 42, Eagles 24. Jake Elliott taking off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back out on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, it doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Here's Wilson to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Moore. And now the rookie's free. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Now the try here for the point after. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And just looking ahead, it would appear that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. They give to Taylor out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Here's Hurts to throw. Flushed out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
They'll try and throw for it with Hurts. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off near the 44. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Well, he is not going to get the first down as he'll spot this at about the 28. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Going for it with Sanders. And he is going to have the first down here, but hold on, as there's a flag on the field, and I think someone got held. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He dumps it off for Henry. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. So the completion good for 7 there. And that'll make this a 2nd down. Throwing is Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Eagles are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
Well, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game.
And if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity.
And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 46. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a jet touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do in games like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them.
And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Now a give to Taylor. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. Yeah, this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down right near the 24. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. Down the numbers. There he goes. And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. An incredible play there on 4th down in their own territory. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders. Oh, he gets free left side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team. But I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film. But this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that will cut this lead down to 25. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Wilson wants to throw it. Goes right back to Smith again. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And the Eagles come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.